This is John Ward, welcoming you to another presentation of Tennessee football on home video. The story you're about to see unfold is one of adventure and achievement. It's the story of teamwork, commitment, and the will to win.
Doesn't need a lot of... Oh! He took a weapon!
Welcome back to the channel, Vols fans. Today we are going to take a look at Ryan Wingo. Based off of y'all's votes, y'all wanted to see a player that was leaning towards committing to Tennessee, and he is the best one. He is rated a 5-star on 24/7 Sports composite. 6'2", 205 pounds, 4'4", 40. Film looks incredible. Phenomenal athlete. Scroll through the profile as usual, so that those of you who want to see what the analysts are saying about him and see his profile can get a quick snapshot, and you can pause it if you need to. Now, some of y'all may be skeptical whether or not Ryan Wingo is going to come and play for the Tennessee Volunteers. So I'm going to show you this right here. This is the crystal ball prediction by Steve Wiltfong, and he has a 100% accuracy from 64 players in the 2024 class, and he's got a 91% accuracy rate all time with over 4,000 different crystal ball predictions. So this guy knows what he's talking about, and different news outlets and things of that nature in his area, they are all pretty much saying the exact same thing, that they think that he's going to commit to the Tennessee Volunteers. So that is big news. Obviously, it's not set in stone. These are high school kids, so there's no real way of telling what he's going to do. There's still plenty of time left, but hopefully Coach Heupel and the rest of the staff can go ahead and get him locked in. Obviously, I feel like if you played pretty much anything on offense, why wouldn't you want to come play in Heupel's offense? I mean, you see what he's done with the likes of Jalen Hyatt and this everybody else. Everybody is putting up amazing numbers, record-breaking numbers. Obviously, we've got Nico. This is just going to be a break records time. All right, so this is him right here in the slot. First things first, obviously, always is the burst off of the football. That's a nice route. Gave him a nice fake to the outside, and he's wide open. You can tell he's got some speed, got a little swag. Gotta love that. Also, you can see he's got a bigger body. Again, great job getting off the football right here. He's just trying to stay in his zone, and this is a really good job of bodying that linebacker or safety that was covering him and making a good catch on the football right there. Obviously, you can see the speed, 4'4", 40. Looks really good. Now, let's see it again right here. You see him boxing him out. Beautiful work. Now, look at this high point step football. Snatches it out of the air and hits the ground running. That is a phenomenal athlete. That looks really good. Good burst off the ball. Very nice. He's very smooth. Very nice gait to his run. Also, that was another good route. Right here, he's on special teams. Punt return action. Does a good job getting the ball off the first bounce. And he has really good vision. Look at that stop start. He has really good body control and excellent burst. Moves really, really quickly, and also has great top end speed. Wide open right here. The ball is put on his back shoulder. Does a great job of making that catch. Actually, let's go back. All right, so pause it right here. Now, pay attention to him right here. Watch, the ball is going to be placed on his back shoulder. He's going to do an excellent job of contorting his body and making this catch and maintaining his balance. Right there, you can see it. Turn his body. Again, hits the ground running, makes people miss. He's making a miss in a small little area too. So very sudden, very smooth, very fluid. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful off of the football. Again, another great route. Looks great coming out of his breaks. Does a good job of setting him up. Right here, looks like they had him bracketed. Ooh, does it again. I mean, those are some nice cuts. All right, so right here, we've got two guys that are bracketing Ryan, or it looks like they're starting it off, making it look like they're going to bracket him, which again, that just tells you what type of a player he is, that teams are already doing this at the high school level. And watch what he does here on this route though. Comes off the ball, the first guy leaves, Sets it up to the inside. Now watch this cornerback, bites on it and gets turned all the way around, and Ryan is wide open. That's an excellent route. Good job selling that fake. He does a really nice job with that. He always turns that head to make the DBs turn back and look for the football or to break. And there, obviously, he just won that one with his speed. That's a good job making a catch. That's good concentration. Right here, this guy's playing press on him. And beautiful job of tracking the football over his head. Line up on the outside right here. And this is just going to be we're throwing it up for grabs, and let's see it again. So look, he's doing a good job of getting in position. Nice little push off, but look at that, catches it at his highest point. He has good hops. Beautiful work here. Oop. So that linebacker should have been able to make that tackle, but that's a great job of, that just shows what type of an athlete Ryan is to be able to make that man miss when he was pretty much dead in the water. Here, this is a scramble drill. Good job of getting open. Unfortunately, we can't see exactly what he did in the end zone, but that was a great job of just using his speed and his burst right here on a little sweep play. That was a great job there of, here, we're going to go back. All right, so I want for you to pay attention. Once he gets to the edge, you're going to be able to see that I think that he's an end, is going to get up the field, but Ryan shows some patience here, and he sees a crease, and he explodes through that crease. Around this area, you see, boom, finds the crease, explodes through it. That's great speed. And then obviously you see how strong he is and physical, falls forward, fights for the extra yards. And it's hard for these high school kids to be able to tackle him. He's got good size, 6'2", 205. Right here is lining up at quarterback, and pretty much the same thing that we saw on that previous play. Good job following his blocks, finding that crease and exploding through him. Right there, nice stick and nod. Does a good job of sitting it down right there in the empty spot in the zone and making a good catch. Again, you see him fighting for yards, jumping over his own players. And we've got a few guys already that look a lot like Ryan Wingo. Right here on this wheel route, good job of setting it down in that zone. Look at how high Ryan is getting right here. He's way up, and again, he's high pointing the football with his hands. He's got strong hands. This is really nice work. And he's doing this in traffic. It's three people that are pretty close to him, and concentrates on the football the entire way. And, that's just snatches it out of the air. Strong kid. You see, it took all four of the guys that was in that area to be able to bring him down. Again, we see this guy playing press. Does a pretty good job at the line of scrimmage. And that's just, again, that's a great job of making a catch with the man really close to him, with the man really all over him. So excellent concentration right here. Very sudden, strong, breaks tackles, does a good job of finding green grass and running to it. And once he gets a full head of steam, it's going to be hard to be able to stop him. It's hard to catch him. Once he gets to that edge, it's going to be really tough. So it's always good to have guys like this. Looks like he can play outside, inside, does not matter. Another great job of tracking that football, tracks it all the way over his head. Doesn't even go down. Two guys are trying to tackle him. And here, this is like as an extra bonus. This is him playing defense. Cornerback right here. Good job making a pick. And man, he's just got, he just knows how to take it to the house. Offense, defense, special teams. Playing cornerback again. Okay, coming up, pressing like that. He's actually coming on a blitz, but that's a nice physical tackle. So looks very physical. Okay, I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get into Ryan Wingo's grades. Ryan looks great running routes. Obviously he sets them up really well. I love the way that he stems off of the line of scrimmage, and I also like that he understands how to throttle it down once he's kind of getting to the end of his route, even if he's in the middle of the field. That just shows that he's been well coached, and he always gives that head fake. Anytime that he's on if it's a double move, you're gonna see him turn that head to one side, and then he's gonna explode out of his brakes and get to the opposite side. So I'm gonna give him 5 stars for his route running. So Wingo looks like he's got really good hands, and not even just his hands. I'm also gonna kind of add something to this, but concentration, that's something that I don't think I've talked about at all with any of our players. since I've been doing this. But yeah, he's got excellent concentration. Does a great job of tracking the football, even if it's straight over his head. And he's got really soft hands. You see him high pointed footballs, and you can tell that his hands are really strong, even if he's in traffic, or if someone is right on him, he will still make those catches. And he also keeps his feet in bounds when doing it. So I'm going to give him 5 stars for his hands. All right, so Wingo looks like he's a phenomenal athlete. He's 6'2", 205, at least that's what he's listed at. He actually looks a little bit bigger on film, and in most of his pictures, he looks like he's a little bit thicker than 205, and he might be just a shade above 6'2". I think that he might be a little bit closer to 6'3", about 210 to 215 pounds. That's about what he looks like, which is prototype size. That's like NFL wideout size. But outside of that, obviously 4.40, you can see the speed, see the burst. You see he's got great hops, does an excellent job of moving and navigating through traffic. He looks explosive, his head coming out of his cuts. Absolutely love that. So I want to give him 5 stars as an athlete. So Wingo definitely looks tough. You can tell just by the way that he's boxing out the defense on some of these passes, the way that he goes up and makes catches over the defense on other passes, the way that he's fighting for those extra yards. And then we've also seen him on defense coming and making a tackle, constantly falling forward. He looks like he's tough. He looks like he plays with that dog. He's got that attitude that you want. I'm going to give him 5 stars on toughness and physicality. All right, so obviously 5 stars in all categories. So he is a blue chip 5-star. So congratulations to Ryan Wingo for that. Hope that you go ahead and seal the deal relatively soon so that we're not sweating. Obviously, you will still have time to change your mind, but we are looking forward to having you come and play in the orange and white here on Rocky Top. And we are adding a lot of special pieces to this team. I absolutely cannot wait for this football season, and I already pulled the trigger. But once he does, it's going to be a big celebration, and hopefully we can get many more top players like this to come and join us. We've already done an excellent job in this class, so very, very proud of the staff as always, and thank y'all as always for tuning into this channel and watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks. Peace.